The curse of good soil, land fertility, roads, and rural poverty in Africa. Co-authored with Piero Stanig from Bocconi University, Want to check on, and Stanig find that the combination of very fertile land and a lack of infrastructure makes people poor. How does that happen? When you are isolated with no infrastructure and the land is poor, you send your kids to school because the land is so poor that the kids cannot make it work. But if the land is rich, you may want to have more kids and send them all to the farm, he says. When you train people, you allow them to turn their personal motivation into advanced economic research. Africans can make an important contribution to economic knowledge by leveraging their cultural awareness and their intrinsic motivation to really get to the bottom of the challenges the continent faces. Unusual ride. Want to check on was born and raised in a small village in central Benin, where his family was abused by the government. In 1968, his father, a subsistence farmer, was arrested, humiliated, and detained for several days for failing to pay a poll tax, a flat tax levied on every adult that amounted to about 80% of his family's monetary income. The episode stayed with him during his primary school years, and in 1971, he joined the leftist student movement to fight for democracy and against unjust taxes on the poor. In 1976, when he was in 11th grade, he was arrested for writing an article critical of the regime in his student newspaper. The following year, he organized his first student protest. Want to check on once dreamed of being an algebra teacher. He was very good at math, but his studies were seriously compromised by his political activism, which only intensified after he entered the University of Benin in 1979. He put together a clandestine campus group to fight for freedom and democracy in the country. He did not last long at the university. The authorities expelled him following the students' first general strike, forcing him into hiding for 5 years. But he remained close to the school and continued to organize student activities covertly from the outside. In the mid 1980s, the government came under pressure to be less oppressive. Want to check on returned to the campus, but he and his friends did not see the political change they had expected. They organized a large protest that involved university students, high school students, and civil servants. Within 3 months of coming out of hiding, Want to check on was arrested again and spent the rest of his time in Benin as a prisoner until his 1986 escape. Many accomplished scholars are well into a teaching career in their early 30s. Want to check on had yet to earn an undergraduate degree by age 32.